My living situation before I moved into the Habitat for Humanity home was very stressful. It was very unhealthy. We were dealing with black mold, water issues, and our health had deteriorated.
We just continued to look very aggressively for a home that we could afford, and it ended up being about 65 kilometers away from my work.
With Marty working in the evenings, that left me there by myself with the 2 small children. So I felt very isolated.
You know, you just want the best. You want to give them everything that they want and need, and I think your housing and your food are first and foremost on the list of things that need to be taken care of. So, when a lot of the money goes out for the rent, there's not a lot of money left over for the other things.
Imagine that you work hard in a minimum wage job, or 2, or even 3 trying to get ahead. You dream of owning a safe, healthy home, but no matter how hard you work or how low the interest rates are, you can never save enough to qualify for a mortgage. Picture yourself as a single parent. After paying the rent, you have little money left for food or clothing for the kids, let alone new shoes. You've moved 4 times in 2 years trying to find a decent, affordable rental for your family where police aren't regulars and there are no signs of mold.
We were not able to find anything that we felt was appropriate for our family. The cost was a lot more than we were able to pay, and I just felt that the neighborhoods, in my opinion, didn't seem very safe. They didn't seem very clean, and it was a lot of money that places were asking for, where you were in a very, very small apartment, maybe a 1, maybe 2 bedroom, but it was very small. And it wasn't a place where I would have felt safe or would have wanted to have my family.
The rental situation here was so expensive that I took what was convenient to move into, because there was no apartments or anything that was feasible for the family. And with that, obviously came the sacrifice of the dwelling itself. I mean, we didn't know to what extent until we had been living there. So over a period of time, the health issues and concerns just got worse and worse and worse.
In the city of Nanaimo alone, almost 2,700 families spend 70% or more of their income on basics such as food and shelter. Many of these families are the working poor, toiling in the low-wage economy. Gone are the good-paying jobs you could get right out of high school. Tuition for post-secondary education has risen beyond reach for so many families. Property prices have skyrocketed as wages have dropped, making home ownership or affordable, decent rental housing out of reach for so many families.
Habitat for Humanity on Mid-Vancouver Island, we build homes for struggling low-income families that would not have the opportunity otherwise to own their own home.
Habitat for Humanity gives a hand up through the generosity of donors like you, who rally together and give donations of cash, land, in-kind construction materials, and volunteer labor. With the donations, Habitat builds decent, affordable homes that it sells with no down payment to families in need. In addition, Habitat provides the families with a no-interest mortgage.
It's more than the roof over their head. It's actually a legacy. It's a way of life that changes for them. It's now safe. It's something tangible and real that can be a legacy for their family. But really, it's affordable. They can afford their utilities. They can afford their food, their groceries.
Habitat homes break the cycle of poverty by enabling families to build equity rather than endlessly paying rent for substandard housing. By keeping mortgage payments to 25% of the family income, families have enough money left to pay for things that most of us take for granted, like adequate groceries, clothes for the growing children, dental fees, utilities, and many more essentials. Habitat home ownership changes lives and improves our communities. Children who live in Habitat homes are 25% more likely to graduate from high school. Parents gain pride and confidence, with 23% going back to school and 34% moving on to better jobs. 55% develop friendships in the community, and an outstanding 83% become more involved in community activities.
I see it as kind of the building blocks to our future. It's where it's all going to begin, you know, for all the memories that we'll have over the years, and for my two boys growing up and, you know, going to school and to being a part of the neighborhood.
What it meant for us was, you know, a new beginning, an absolute chance to focus on ourselves, be able to come home, do what we want to do in our routine, and be healthy, proud, and happy.
I just think a lot more responsibly, and you know, I have such a great opportunity here with this home that you know, I know that one day the boys will own this, or you know, receive something from it. It'll always be the home that they grew up in.
And when you have your own home, you take pride in it, and you want to put up pictures and show everybody all your mementos and things that you've collected over the years, and that was one major thing that I know that I did.
Helping the working poor climb out of poverty is more than the right thing to do. It also makes our communities healthier and decreases the cost for healthcare, policing, and many other services paid with our taxes.
It's a remarkable feeling at the dedication when you see the finished product and you see the family receive the keys. Now this is what it's all about.
To qualify, families must have lived in the community for 1 year and be willing to partner with Habitat. Families must contribute 500 hours of sweat equity towards the building of their new home. Partner families are responsible for the mortgage payments based on their income and other household expenses. The interest-free mortgage is held by Habitat for Humanity, and the payments go into future projects to help other families. Habitat for Humanity Mid-Vancouver Island is a local charity affiliated with Habitat Canada. Their innovative social enterprise business, the Habitat Restore, generates revenue to cover most administration costs, as the organization receives no government, United Way, or gaming funds. Habitat for Humanity works closely with the cities of Nanaimo, Parksville, Qualicum Beach, Lanceville, Ladysmith, and Duncan, as well as the Regional District of Nanaimo, to identify suitable land. The corporate partners and community donations, as well as volunteer labor, cover most of the costs of building.
Every little bit helps, and helps us reduce the cost of that build and enable us to look forward to the cost of, or preparing for the cost of the next build.
There are many ways you can help Habitat improve the future for families and children in your community. Cash donations buy supplies and services for the build. Donate your time and help build a Habitat house. Become a Restore volunteer, or you could even donate products to the Restore. By donating and volunteering, you can help break the cycle of poverty and build a positive legacy for years to come.